Hello, my name is Jeff Messier. I'm a professor in electrical and software engineering in the Schulich School of Engineering, and this is just a quick tutorial to explain what are known as bitwise operators. And we use bitwise operators quite often when doing low-level programming of microcontrollers, and you would have already seen examples of this in the first lab, and there's always a few questions on it, so I thought I'd just do a quick tutorial. So in general, by now, most of you will have had a chance to look at the data sheets, and you know that the special function registers are always 8 bits on the AVR microcontroller that we're working with. And so, for example, we have, if we're working with the digital I/O on port A, and we want to read an input bit, we use the 8-bit in special function register. And similarly, if we've got some pins configured as outputs, we use the 8-bit out special function register. And that's fine, right? So we read from in to determine the status of the input pins, and we write to out to set the output pins. But we are, in C, constrained to reading the full 8-bit register or writing the full 8-bit register. And often we're not interested in the full 8 bits. We're only interested in like 1 or 2 bits. So for example, we might only have 1 bit configured as output, in which case we're only configured with 1 bit out of 8. Or we might have 3 bits configured as output or 1 bit configured as input. And so we need to use bitwise operators to basically isolate specific bits within the 8-bit registers so that we can read just the bits we're interested in, or we can change just the bits that we're interested in. Okay, let's do the input example first because it's maybe a little bit easier. And so let's say we are interested in determining the value of pin PA5. And so if you look in our AVR datasheet, you'll know that the least significant bit in our register corresponds to pin 0. The next one corresponds to pin 1, 2, 3, 4. And so this is pin PA5. Now, in the lab, or in the AVR, I guess, all of the input pins are, or all of the pins are input pins by default. And so unless you configure them specifically for output, they're going to be input pins. Now, if nothing is connected to these pins, there's really no guarantee what value they might be. Typically there's 0. But you can't necessarily, just assume that all the time, right? So if we want to only test pin PA5, let's say, for example, pin PA5 is equal to 1, all these other bits are kind of don't care bits. And so if we want to just test the value of PA5, we have to zero out all of the positions with x's. We want to force that to 0. And then that will allow us to just determine the value of PA5. Because remember, in C, a value of true, or sorry, a value of false is when a variable is equal to 0. A value of true is when a variable is non-zero. So it's not like Python where we've got a special Boolean variable type. Well, there is a Boolean variable type in C and C++, I think. but generally we don't have to use them, so we can just test regular old integers for true or false, and if the integer is equal to 0, it's false, and if it's any number other than 0, it's considered true. And so we want to determine if PA5 is 1 or 0 or true or false. And so the way we do that is by ANDing that looks strange to me for some reason. There we go. Yeah, it looks strange because I drew it backwards. ANDing the register with what's known as a bit mask. And so I want to AND port A dot in with 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And you might say, hey, wait a minute, doesn't that force PA5 to be equal to 1? Well, remember the truth table for the AND operation, and I'll just put it over here. So 0, 0, ANDed together is 0, 0, 1 is 0, 1, 0 is 0, and 1, 1 is 1. And pay particular attention to these two lines. So you can think of this input as the bit mask, or that column as the bit mask, and this column as PA5, right? So if PA5 is 0, we get 0. If PA5 is 1, we get 1, right? So if you AND something with 1, you're basically passing that, you're not hurting that logic value at all. So if the logic value is 0, it stays 0. If it's 1, it gets to go to 1. However, let's now, I have to make my eraser a little smaller. Let's now look up here. So when we look up here, this column, the leftmost column, is still the bit mask, and the rightmost column is the, I guess, don't care values, right? So if our bit mask is 0, if the don't care value is 0, it stays at 0. If the don't care value is 1, it stays at 0, right? So basically what this bitwise AND does is it forces all the don't care values to 0, right, or false, and then the only thing that can make this entire 8-bit word true is if PA5 is equal to 1. And if it is, 1 and 1 is equal to 1, so great, it's equal to true. And if it's 0, 0 and 1 is equal to 0, and so it's false. And so that's why you see the statement if port A dot in ANDed with 0B 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this 0B prefix just allows us to write out a binary number in terms of ones and zeros in our C programming environment, just like 0x allows us to write out a hex number, and we can just write any old number, or we can use a base 10 number if we don't use a prefix. Okay, so now let's talk about output. So in lab 1, in the example code, you would have seen a couple of lines of code, one that looked like this and another one that looked like this. And first of all, a word about the the operator equals shorthand notation. So probably from your C programming class, you remember that if I wrote something like x plus equals 2, and this is the same thing in Python too, that's the same thing as x is equal to x plus 2. And so when I write x and equals like 2, that's the same thing as x equals x bitwise ANDed with the value of 2, or x or equals 2 is the same thing as x is equal to x bitwise ORed with the value of 2, right? So we're basically taking the register and we are either ORing it, bitwise ORing it with a bit mask, or we're bitwise ANDing it with a bit mask. And I want to explain why we would do both of those two things. So just as a as a couple of very high level statements, you'll notice in these two port A output I guess terms or lines on the bottom of this slide, we're doing something with PA3, right? So this is PA3 because the least significant bit is PA0, PA1, PA2. So this fourth position corresponds to output pin PA3. And just like I said, again, as a very high level kind of statement, if we take a look at this OR statement, this sets pin PA3 to 1, and the AND equals sets PA3 to 0. Okay, so, and I think, it's relatively easy to understand that if you write a 1 to the port A output register, it changes any output pins to 1. If you write 0 to the output register, it changes any output pins to 0. And of course, when we think in terms of voltage, a 1 is equal to 5 volts if you measured it with your voltmeter, and a 0 would be equal to 0 volts. And so why all this fussing around with these bitwise masks? Why don't we just write 1 or 0 to the register? Well, you might in some more sophisticated designs have multiple output pins. Actually, even in the final exercise of lab 1, you've got 3 different output pins. And you might want to change just one of the pins and leave all the other ones alone. And you can think of lots of examples. So for example, if one output pin was, holding the car door open, and the second output pin was turning the interior light on, when you turn the interior light off, you wouldn't necessarily also want the car door to slam on the person, right? Or when you close the car door, you might want to leave the interior light on for a little while to help light the way for if that person is making their way through a dark garage or something like that. So these bitwise statements basically allow us to change only the output pin that we're interested in and leave all the other ones undisturbed. And so let's talk about why that is. Okay. Let's start talking about the OR equals statement first. So remember, we want to set pin PA3 to 1. And let's say, we have all of these other output pins already have numbers or already have values that we want to leave the same, right? So this 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, we want to leave totally undisturbed. We just want to set that PA3 pin to 1. And so if we, first of all, bitwise OR this register to 0, this is equivalent to, remember, port A dot out equals port A dot out ORed with 0B. Right, so we're reading the values, we're reading the existing values of port A dot out, and then we're ORing it with this bit mask. And so let me write the bit mask here. You'll notice that all of the bits that we want to leave undisturbed, we're ORing with 0, and the bit that we want to set to 1, we're ORing it equal to 1. Well, does this work? Let's take a look at the OR truth table. So if, again, I'll just move this around so I can write a little bit more easily. Let's assume the leftmost column is the bitwise mask, and the rightmost column is the output register. So you'll notice that, first of all, that all of the values that we don't want to change, we've given bitwise mask values of 0. And so if we look at where the bitwise mask is equal to 0, if output is equal to 0, the OR is equal to 0, and if the output bit is equal to 1, it stays at 1. So if you OR something with 0, it doesn't change its logic value. However, if we look at where the bitwise mask is equal to 1, 1 ORed with 0 is 1, and 1 ORed with 1 is 1. So no matter what the output register value is, we're going to set it equal to 1. Now, just to finish up the example, I guess, or the tutorial, let's now consider the AND equals statement. Well, again, the AND equals statement, the purpose of it is to set a particular bit to 0, right? So we want to set PA3 equal to 0, and we've still got our other values in there that we don't want to disturb. And so we're now going to take whatever values are in the output register and AND it with a bitwise mask where all of the bits are equal to 1 except the bit that we want to set equal to 0. And if we look at the truth table, if the leftmost column is the mask and the rightmost column is the output, where the mask is equal to 1, if the output is equal to 0, it gets to stay at 0. If the output is equal to 1, it gets to stay at 1. So if you AND something with 1, the logic values don't change. However, where the mask is equal to 0, 0 and 0 is equal to 0, 0 and 1 is also equal to 0. And so if you AND something with 0, you force it to be equal to 0. So hopefully that sort of helps. Like I said, these kind of bitwise operations are very useful, very common when you're programming at low levels and you want to just be like sort of flipping individual bits within a larger register.